everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, here we are. We are right back where we left off, exactly where we were left off, as a matter of fact. Yesterday in Twitch. Yesterday was Sunday, and Sunday in Twitch. Oh, I just noticed that light on the hill. That was where one of the caves is. Through the Cherry Hills. And this, I'm going to change my view, is the bridge to go through the Cherry Hills. We have the bridge across the Coconino River right here. And then through the Cherry Hills, we are in the process of putting in a tunnel. And this tunnel is made from a mixture of stone that is a part of the new mod trade post for Minecolonies. And it's a mod for Minecolonies, which is a mod for Minecraft. Everything's M's this morning. Monday morning, mermaid, Minecraft, Minecolonies. And I've been up about 2 minutes. It is 3 a.m. in the United States, and I can hear you. You can hear me, I hope. And what I was about to say was, this mixed stone is made out of gravel, granite, cobblestone, and one more, which I can look for right now. If I look up mixed stone on JEI, it'll tell me. And there it is. And there it is. So it's cobblestone, gravel, diorite, and granite. So andesite, not diorite, not gravel. Andesite, diorite, granite, and cobblestone mixed stone for trade posts. And it's a new stone, and we're using it for the walls. This is the pattern for the rail tunnel in trade post, and we're using it. Vincentius Primus is actually awake too. Vincentius? Am I streaming? Okay. And hi. And I'm going to continue for a little bit while I talk about what we're happening. Yay! What is happening? Let's come here and let's use the tool. So we're going to show the tool right here, and we're going to the build tool. We're going to style colonies in the build tool, and trade post now has a location here. Trade post for Minecolonies. And we are using, from the trade post style, we are using in infrastructure the rail, and we're using the single track in, and we're just going to match the single track. And we have to put it in because it is in fact something done by the player in order to prepare to put down the outpost. And the outpost is the outpost is the next new thing that we're adding, that trade post for Minecolonies has added, so that if you need to. Ooh, the sun's coming up. Wow, look at that. That's actually the sun coming up. And talk about a light at the end of the tunnel. Good gracious. That's intense. Oh my gosh. And so we're about halfway through the mountain. Let's show where we are. And we're coming through this dark here that you see on the map is the mountain. Is the mountain that we're coming through. And you can see the green at the top of the screen is green, and you can see a little outcropping of a village. That is where we are headed for, and we are We're only a third of the way through the mountain, so we still have a good ways to go. And so this is what we're going to start with today while I talk about Jalapari, the new town that we did for trade to experience to experience Trade Post for Minecolonies, which is a recent mod. I can't call it new anymore. I have to call it a recent mod. And let's come here and let's do the next one. Infrastructure rail, single track, and let's match the rail, and it's in the right place. And then let's push it back until we can't see it anymore. Well, actually we can see because there's a cave here. We can see a portion of it. And now we're through that part where there was a little opening in that cave area. And we'll X and move up. And so I really could sing that song. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. Yes, because that is what I'm going to be doing. So to talk about what happened yesterday, speaking of this stone, this mixed stone, is what is used to make the well. And the last time I think I was here, I was talking about how I couldn't find any way of doing the well. And it was because I missed one key thing in the wiki, in the information that is pinned in Discord, in the support for Trade Post in Discord. I missed the one thing. I think I can construct it. There we go. It's in the right place. That was very key, and that is that the well is made out of mixed stone block. So when I saw mixed stone block, I read it as mixed stone block. You know, I'm in Minecraft, so I read it as mixed stone block. But no, it's actually mixed stone block, a block called mixed stone. And so you need to surround a 2x2 of water with mixed stone block. From this block in my hotbar from Trade Post, single player, single track. I'm saying single player, single track. Wow, it's up high this time. Look how high up that is this time. Let's bring it down. Let's put it here. And that was the thing that I missed. And so with that, we did find a place and make a place for a well. And I will show it to you in just a moment. So I'm not in the city. So when I go back to the city, even though I'm away from the city is still going on because I'm in the world. And so we're going to see the result of me not being there, and yet everything's still going on in the city. Let's put this here. And where is it? Single track. Let's move to here. Let's raise this up. There it is. I just had to make sure I had it in the right place, and I do. And now let's bring it back a little bit. Bring it down to here. And now it's in the right place. And construct. And there we go. And so we're still going. So it's interesting how doing two things at one time, talking to you this morning, and yeah, in the United States it's 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure it's not 3 a.m. all over the rest of the world, but it's 3 a.m. here, and I've had very little sleep. So if I'm being weird, it's probably because I've had very little sleep. Oh, wow. Now that's practically where it's supposed to be. Yeah, look at that. That fits so perfectly there. I think I did it right that time. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, let me see if I can do it a little bit better. So let's come here and let's hex, and let's come here and do, oh, almost. One too much, and single track, and we're ready and constructed. Yay! And so, yeah, so I'm just kind of doing a little bit of a meditation right now. And for this little bit of a meditation, I can't tell for sure, but I think the music is okay. I think you can hear Drone Head's lovely music while we are putting this in. And let's come down here. Let's touch right here. And let's X, touch again, and do this. Nice, quiet, beautiful. Sounds kind of morning music this morning. Sounds like morning music. And there it is, right there. And we'll single track and construct it. So yes, the player has to build the rail that goes to the next. Now this was essentially created to connect you, connect the city, connect your town in Minecolonies to another biome. And this new biome would allow you to get materials that you can't get, specifically food that you can't get from the biome that you're in, which is a specific design of Minecolonies, so that there would be trade. And so this is our beginning to beginning to get ready for trade. Ooh, andesite. Speaking of andesite, so while we dig out this tunnel, this super long tunnel, while we dig it out, we are in fact I wonder if this is too long. I'm trying to think about some tunnels in the United States and how long they are, and think about how long this is, and think about, does it need I just need something for my throat for a minute. Does it need to have a station inside? I don't think so. It has a place for rail workers to walk along the track. If something needed to be done to the rail, they would probably bring a repair train through and use it to repair the track. And let's come here, and that's single, and where is it? Is it up in the air? No. Is it back there? Maybe. Let's click, let's X, and let's click here again, and let's see where it is. I'm not seeing it. I wonder why. Single player. Oh, I didn't click on it. Okay, I am sleepy. Wow. I am definitely sleepy, so I'm going to concentrate just a little tiny bit on this so we don't make a mistake. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm working on track through the hills to begin. We have a train station now, and we're going to work on the level 2 of the train station. We need a station master, and we are going to get one of those because despite the fact, ooh, look at the sky. It's sunset. Look, the sky is red at the end of the tunnel. Wow. I just love that. That's just so perfect. So let's come here and look. So we've spent a day in here laying track, and we're just going to keep a little bit of track of time, because we are in here. And then let's set constructed, because we are in here while the town is running. So it's the thing that Minecolonies warns about, that when you're away from town, the town's still running when you're in the same instance. And so you have to be careful, because if you were in survival, you could be raided. If you were in whether you're in survival or whether you have a magical person, whether you are a magical person doing things, you can in fact have illness and things like that that can wipe out the town, or that can make the town not work while you're away, if everyone gets the flu, or if you run out of food. And so those are things that have to be checked on all the time. That's the fun of the game. That is, it's a number of games at one time. That's the way I look at Minecolonies for Minecraft. That it's a number of games at one time, that where you are managing what happens to a group of people, a whole city. And so here we go. We're still doing this for a minute, and I think that's in the right place. It looks like it is. And we're on our way. Yes. Ooh, gravel. So we're finding a lot of materials. We're also using a lot of materials. So this is an interesting thing. So we're using diorite, andesite, granite, and cobble. They are all in the Cherry Hills. So as we build this tunnel, we would actually be getting more materials to build the tunnel. So it works really well in that respect as Minecraft, that you're getting the materials that you need. And it must have been interesting when they were doing rail across the United States, or across Africa, or across any of the countries, China, that have really long rail. Europe has some. It definitely does. And let's come here, and I think that's good. Constructed, yay. And it must have been something to have these rail teams, rail building teams, that actually were building the rail out of the materials at hand, because they couldn't carry it all with them. So single player, and there we are. And so those are some of the things that you realize when you're doing something like this. If I was not a member of the nation of Ta'ana, the mermaid nation of Ta'ana, and I was building this the way a player would, I would be getting the materials from the mountain that I'm going through. There's the granite that we need. Just about the time we would have run out of granite too, we find an entire new granite set that we could get from building this, and we would just be able to go ahead and build this. Constructed, yes. And so that is how this is being built. So here's a full set of cobble now coming up, and we're putting in the rest of the rail. What about the rail? Where are we getting the iron from, right? So let me put in this one, and we'll look at how the track is made and what you would need. I suppose that we could find some iron. We're up a little high for iron. Finding it in this tunnel, we would definitely find coal in this tunnel. Let's hex for a second, and let's come here and let's look at how rail is made. So we would have to have the train itself in the same way they did when they were making these rails. We'd have to have the train itself bring in the wood to make sticks. and the mechanic is making the rail for us, and this is using quite a bit of iron. Look at this. At least this makes 16 rail, and we can count on the next one and see how much rail we are using per one of these tunnel bits. So we'll put this down again and rail, single track, and bring it down and push it through the mountain and then construct right here. And so we are using 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I always have trouble counting like this. I do. I always have trouble counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're using, so for every 2 sections of tunnel, we're using 8 bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're using 6 bars of iron. 6 bars of iron. So that's a hefty amount. And we're getting dirt now, which we can't use, but it's okay. Let's see how far we're going to get with this next piece. And oh, look at the map. Look, it's green on the map. I think we are about to come through the mountain. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. Hold on. Let's not. Everyone's getting excited about the fact that the rail is going to be done. Whoa. Okay. And here we go. Constructed. Not quite yet, but there's dirt right there. And we'll see. We're at 68. We know that the town is at 68, so we know that we will come to the surface in just a moment. See, we're still in the black on the map, and so that means we're still in the tunnel. You can begin to see animals, and those look, I see a villager face. Oh my gosh, I see a villager face. Whoa! Okay, so let's X here, and let's continue. Can't get excited before we get there. Well, we can, we just have to continue. We just have to continue making the rail. Constructed. Ooh, that's top ground. We just reached top ground, and I think if we go here, not yet, almost though, there it is, look, land ho. Now, let's come here and let's see how far, whoa, look where we are. We're underground. Ooh, we're right at it. Well, this is something we didn't expect. We are out of the mountain by a fair amount. I would have liked to have come out right about here. So what could we have done about that? This is going to be interesting. I probably should have started at the other end too, just to make sure. It's sunrise, we're facing east. There's a rabbit this morning. So what do I want to do about this? This is too low, and we need to come out a little bit sooner. So judging from where this is, right here, let's look when I look at the map, let me see what I can see here. So let's look at the map and see. Aha! So see, we did get beyond the green. We're beyond the green. So we're going to do something to correct this. We're going to have rail come up a full level. So let's look and see how far up one of the things that we could use is. And that is, let's switch packs and let's find someone who might have climbing rail. I remember it, but I don't remember. Let's look at original for a minute, O-R-I-G. And let's look here at rail. And let's see if we can find climbing. I see bridge and corners and enter. Let's look and see what this looks like here. We're going to need to find a bridge to put over top of this. So this is an enter area here, and what we're looking for is a hill, and if there isn't one, we'll have to do what we did. Maybe I made it myself. Oh, I might have made it myself. So let's come here. We're going to go back into the mountain. We're going to use the map to do it. We're going to go back into the mountain, and I think, judging from where we are here, I think we have to go back into the mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4. So when we go back here, we're going to have to make the map, this go up before we get to here. So I think we can start right here and go up right here. And this will be interesting, but we're deep enough into the mountain still. Nope, we're not. Yeah, we are. Is that enough to make it go back 4, or should we do one more? We maybe should do just a little tiny bit more back. Let's just do about this much more back. So we didn't have as much to go through as we thought. Or we were so busy talking that we did come through. Let's do this. So let me look again just for a second. I don't think there's any that goes up. The only one would be the ramp. And I think I want to do that. So I'm going to follow this. I'm going to do this in a different way than I thought. I'm going to come to here. Oops, it's raining. We're going to get rid of this for a second. Let's X. We're going to come back. We're just going to come straight back here like this to this part of the mountain right here. Right here like this. We came straight back. Let's get a shovel. And let's just dig down a single hole right here and see where we come out. Axe, pickaxe. And let's take the pickaxe now. And there's a light in the tunnel. Dun, 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 dun. So this is the part of the tunnel that we don't need. This part right here. We don't need this tunnel going where it's going. So we're going to start here and raise the tunnel up. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use dark dust. I could take a second and look and see if I can find anything. So in original rail, I didn't find anything that raises up. All these are straight returns. Ground return. Let's look if this part goes up. I don't see anything here. I can't see it. Let's turn this way and look at what I'm looking at. Okay, so that is a ground return, so that's above the surface. So we'll have that at the other end. But for right now, I can't find anything that looks like what I think. I can't find anything that says that it's going up. Let's go to, who has a lot of rail? Switch to Urban Savannah. Savannah has a lot. And let's go to rail. So see, we have the cliff climbs. Let's see if we have rail that climbs. There it is, a rail climb. And there it is right there. There's a rail climb right there. So we came right here. So we can pull this rail climb over to here. So let's back up and pull it all the way over to the hill, this hill section that I have here. Let's pull this back to here. Now this is just an experiment now. And how steep is this? This is pretty steep. It's literally doing like stairs, this is. But let's try it right here. Ready? Let's line up the track. We have to at least have the track line up. So we'll line up the track on this side. And so now the track is lined up. And let's come to here and constructed. So now we have track that is coming up like this. So we have one section. We could do a little bit of a straight and then have it do the other part. And I think we could do that. So let's hex here. Let's come up to here where this is and put in a straight right here from trade post. No, from Shire. No, we'd have to do the tunnel first, yes? Because we're not up to the surface. So we'll do one tunnel piece. I don't think I gave myself enough room to do that. And maybe she'd go back one more, shouldn't I? Let's try this and see how it looks first. Yeah, this is super sharp, this. I don't think I like it. That's practically going straight up, and I don't think I like it. So I'm going to come back. So here's this is where our hole is right here. Let's come back a couple more. Let's come back probably to here. And let's put in, let's see if I can find dark dust for a minute on here. So we're going here. No. Yes. Fine. I'm apparently not awake yet. Dark dust. This is Trevo. And Trevo will look at his infrastructure, and he has, in the roads, he has a ramp, which is a beautiful thing. And we're going to bring it down here and turn it so I can see it. Goes the other way, and that's the ramp right there coming towards us. Now we need the ramp to be smack dab in the middle of this tunnel, and let's bring it. So remember, let's start the tunnel. Let's start this ramp right here. Start it right there. So we need to bring it a little bit more this way. So we kind of did have to put in this underneath tunnel. I brought it down, and I don't have to bring it down yet. Let's bring it this way until I can see the hole. So can I see the hole yet? Yes, I can, and there's the tunnel right there. This is good. So now we're going to have this, and let's clear this. This is not going to clear enough headroom. So we'll have to look for a minute. YouTube is saying that there's some problem with the stream, or OBS is saying. So we'll look in just a moment. Is it in the right place? Let's just come one more again and see, that's definitely where it stops, right there. Because see here, there we go. And so let's construct this. And there we have it. So now we have, we got some of our rail back. Now we have this grand piece coming up. And we can take the design that we have and use it for the sides of this as we get this built. Let's come to the point where we can't go up any farther, and that's right here, and see if there is in fact ground up above, and there still is ground here. So we're going to continue. We're going to come here and continue going up here. We can't go up any farther here. So we have to find the up, the last of this, which is good. And there it is. See, we can see right there. So we just got to the point where we put in the rail before, that rail piece there. And now we're going to add another piece of Trevo's ramped right here. So let's X this piece, and let's come here and let's do infrastructure, roads, the ramp again. And we can see the ramp piece, and this is going to be really hard. I think I'm going to have to come all the way back down and put the ramp over top of this piece. So let's come back here and turn this ramp piece around until it fits over top of this. So it's backwards, and that's why we did that. And then keep moving up, keep the ramp moving up as we go this way. Let's come up to here, and we're still here, and this is, I think, where the ramp, where we stopped, right here. So let's look at where the ramp is. So you can still see the ramp. There it is, it's gone. Okay, so let's raise this up and bring it to here. So there it is. That's the match right there. Now the question is it in the middle? It is, because remember, we didn't move backwards or forwards, and we just walked that ramp back up into this section right here. I hope so. When you're in tunnels doing things, constructed. Dun, 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 dun. And there we are. And now we're at the section that we had built before, where we were bringing the rail up to the ground. And we're still bringing it up. And so let's take away this. And we have this part right here coming up. And we now have this part right here coming up. And now we don't have to worry about this, because the other construction built this section right here, which allows us to be above the ground. But I'm going to take out these pieces. I don't want these pieces. Let me get an axe. I don't want these pieces to be here, because we're going to end up putting the wall in these parts, in these here parts. So I need this to not be here, so that when we put the wall back in. Now, what's the cheapest wall that we can put back in? Oops, let's do it this way. Okay, so we have that. This one we'll have to let go to the other one right here. And there we go. So is cobble the cheapest? So yeah, I guess we'll put in cobble. Gravel works better. We can gravel. Oh, and I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll gravel. So see how I'm going to the end of this one right here, and I can't go any farther this way. So we're still in the cave area, and I don't have the lights that I had before. So we are going to end up using a lantern when we get to the top. See that part right there? Can we set a lantern down there. And we can't get farther up right this minute because we are at the ground level here. And I just put the lantern down on the ground when I really needed to put it like right here. So let's come here, put a lantern here and get beyond it, but we can't get up. So put the lantern here. Let's put it here just for now so that I can get up. And now I'm up to here, and this is the end of this right here. So we need one more set of ramp. So let's X this one. Oops, I still have this in my hand. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, that was close. Okay, so let me X. So now we can see where the ramp is, we can see the light. Let's put the ramp down on top of this. We're gonna need a little bit more light, I think, for this one. Infrastructure and dark dust, roads, and the ramp again. It's so much easier to use this ramp. I know what's going to happen with the rail, I get it, but this is a smoother, softer way. I'm gonna turn the ramp around, and I think I have it facing, I don't have it facing there. Now we have it facing the right way. So we'll move it back until we see it at the top at the end of this. So let's go all the way up here. And I believe this is the end right here. So let me dig this dirt up a couple more right here. So I can put something here so I can see. And there we go. So right here, we still have the double right here. And let's move it. Oh, let's move it forward. And let's move it up until we have the very top piece at the top piece of this. So we can see this right here coming to here. And let's move it one more. And there it's gone. So right here is the matching top piece. So it's going to have this double piece right here, which is fine for what we want to do. And we'll put this in. And it looks like the road is exactly in the location that it's supposed to be in, and let us construct it. And there we are. So now we've constructed it to the next section that comes up. And what was that? And let's come here. Wow, we're still underground. Look how much underground we are. But we're just coming to the green as far as the map is concerned. Oh, we're still in this part. Notice now you can see the change in the road. So this is rail going up right here. So we need one more, I think. So we're going to hold on to this for a minute so that we have light. And let's come to here and let's see if we can get ourselves up. We can walk up to here and then there it is. So let's see how much more that we need. Can't go up there. And here we are. So we need the one more. One more rail will put us on the ground, and let's see what that looks like. This one more rail that's going to put us on the ground. So let's come to here, and this is involved. This is pretty involved. Blah, blah, blah. It's because I wanted to do a tunnel instead of just doing normal rail. We could have did a rail over the hill, but it would have been much more complex. Whereas this way we're going straight through, at the level that we were at, which is over here. So we're going straight through and coming out on the other side right here. So we do need one more piece, and if we have that piece come up here, which it needs to do, then we're probably going to either have a bridge here and come over to this section, or we're going to put the outpost in this area right here. Put the outpost in this area behind the town. This is Mr. Villager's town that we're using as a sample because I'm not on a server and there aren't any towns. I'm using this. So see how far out this came here? That's the rail, but we're way over here, and this is good. So this is where we want to be. So let's walk up here for a second. I'm going to take this away for a minute. So because the land is here, and because in fact we need the land, we need something right there. We need the land to be open in this section here. And in here, this axe, let's axe this up. And you can see the materials that we would be getting from this rail section right here, all the way to that light. Right there is where we're going. And there we have it. So we can come up, the rail will come up here like this. And you can see we're coming through the top of one of those tunnels. And then here we're coming through the top of that other. And then we're here. So now we can X again. Well, let's remove a piece right here so that I can see where the next one is going to go. So here we are. So do we need that next piece? It's going to, look where it's going to put us. Are we going to go over to this plateau? We could put a bridge across there and go over here. But I think it would be a waste of this land area here. I think it would be better if we come out here. So let's come down. Let's X this. This is here. So we're going to X this. That means we're going to take away the blueprint part. Let's come back to here. We're still in dark dust. We're still in roads. We're still in a ramp. Let's turn it around. And I believe that's turned the right way. But we'll come out and look. Nope, not quite. And there's the right way. Okay, so let's see what happens, where this comes out if we bring this here. So we're right at the point where we need to be practically. And we'll bring it right to here. And that's the point where we need to be. I think I'm going to take it one this way. And look where it brings us to. It brings us right to the land, right here. Wow. That's almost perfect. Especially if we put a roundabout at this section here. So let's first of all construct this. And now all of that is gone. So let's X. So now we have this tunnel coming all the way here like this. This is good. And up and through and right here. So now we need a terminal piece right here to either turn left or right, and we're going to have it turn right here and go over in this direction. So should we use the bridge? Let's use a piece of bridge to turn this way. And we have that turn piece. Do we have a bridge turn? I know I see this, and I'm just trying to figure out. Let's stop for a second. Let's look at Outpost, the trade post outpost, and see what it looks like and how big it is and where we can put it. So let's go to trade post. Now I'm not keying in the name because I just want you to see on style colonies, this is where trade post is. And we're going here to economic, and we're going to look, and there is an outpost piece. So we can see how big it is. So we could actually put it on this hill right here, right before this gorge. Right here that sort of separates these Amaranth hills from the Cherry Valley here, from these plains of the Cherry Hill Mountains. And there is where we need to be. Let's move right into this section right here. Now, the way this is, see the rail right there? The rail's going to be there. Oh. Let's move back and see how far back we can move without digging out too much of the hill. We can move back to here. Where's the rail? The rail is right there. Oh my God, that's almost perfect. That is almost perfect, I think, for us putting this in right here on this hill. So right here, so that it's mostly on the hill. Right here. And then we don't have to dig in. So it would sit here like this. And we can see the horses in that part. We can see this part. But look how much it is on the ground. And that's perfect. And look where this is. So we can have that as the foundation for the rail that we're going to build to connect this to this section right here. So now they have to build this, and this is the level 5, looks like this. So this is what what the outside of this building will look like when we get it all done. We're gonna lose that tree. We'll have to put in a new tree in that section, I think. And let's look at, so the rail comes right to here. We can see this is a station right here. And you can see that there is a flag there, which is interesting. That's the outpost hut block. Because it's like, wait, how are they getting that flag? Oh, yeah. And there are places here where things can be built. I think there is 3 beds for the people who work here. And that's what this one looks like. Let's look at the hill outpost and see if we want to do something different. So we'll switch to hills. And this is the other style for trade post. And let's look here, and let's look at the outpost. Now this outpost would be showing, that's curious. Let's look at a level 5. Level 5. Oh, do you see what I see? Level 5. And look at, oh, this is even perfect. Look at this. Hold on, this is actually going to work better. So we have a dorm here for the workers. We have guard tower right here. We'll have to look and see what that guard tower, we have 2 of them right there that we can put in. And that'll help with the land. And then we have the 4 fields. Oh my gosh, 5? What's that? That's the farm right there with these hills here. And there's stairs that go up. I like that. And then the rail station itself right here. And there's the builder right in this spot right here. So let's look for just a second. at what the builder looks like in that spot. So that's what the outpost would look like. Let's go back to here. Let's look at the builder. And let me raise this up here. And so there it is. So you can see that that builder will fit into that piece. It's meant to fit into the trade post. And that is perfect. My gosh, using the hill one. So let's X. No, let's not X. Let's just go back to the outpost, which we just moved by doing what we just did, the hill outpost. And it's now up in the air. And I think there is a place to sleep. Is there a place to sleep here? Is anyone sleeping here? No. So we're going to borrow one of the villager housing and go to sleep so we can have the daytime. This is fascinating. So the hill is actually going to work better for us than the hill style is going to work better for us than the trade post because we're coming out of the hill. And the way this is, see how they have this track going here like this? Oh my gosh, I think we can do this. I think we can. I think we can lay this right here, right where this is. And so let's bring this over. And let's turn it this way. So see, the deeper part of that is right there. And let's bring it down and let's match it up with this rise right here and see how far back we can bring it and still have these top fields be outside of the mountain. We can bring it back pretty far to have the top field be outside of the mark there. So let's start here. I'm going to walk up to here and match it for a second. No. And let's come here and let's bring it over. And look where we are right now. Look at where we are. So let's bring it over. And let's continue all the way back to our rabbit friend. Let's bring it back as far as we can bring it and still have there be land around. Hear that clicking sound? I don't want them to have to look at that. So where can we meet this now? This is where it needs to be. So it would have to come to right here. I think to right here in order for it to meet, but this is too, wow, look at what we're going to have to do. Yeah, to bring it back to here and setting this in first. Right here. So we can see that the rail is right here. We know that the rail is going to be right here, but right down here is the building is in the hill right here. Let's raise the building up. Let's do the level 5 so I can see what it looks like. So this is where the train stops right here and has that little loop, like it turns around, goes around that part. So we can put in a turn. We can come to the end of this and put a turn here, or we can have the rail go out and turn around here and go to here. But this is too far into the mountain. No, I like this being here with that behind. We can still have that piece. Nah, we're going to have to cover this. So let's bring it to where this is. So that's the last piece that we want, is that piece right there. And see, we're going through the ground here, down. So when they build this, we have to be at least up above that. So we're just going to have to put the hill in this section. So let's continue. We're going to build this. We're going to bring this part out here until this is here like this. See that part? That's the part that we need. So let's bring this part over and up. That part can still be underground there. Hold on. That part can still be in the ground right there. And let's walk down here and let's see where we are at. So yeah, so the rail is going to come up through the field here, this part right here. And it can't. See where that is? So we need this to be up, or we need this to be here, and this is as far as the rail is going to come. So let me see where it is good. Let's dig out. Let me look at it up here for a second and see what it looks like. So it's sitting in the valley like this. We can cover this, so we don't have to worry about that part. It's sitting in the valley like this. So this part of the hills, we can add dirt back in here and bring the hill all around this, all the way back. And right here, let's look at this section. Now normally this would be something that would be done on Twitch. Don't you agree? I do. I think it would be done on Twitch. Did we line up the rail? I thought we did. This looks like it's a little off. But we'll look when we go under and see if the rail is, if this is lined up. Right here, we would need to be able to see the rail. And the tunnel part, see right there? That's the hut block. So let's come here and let's just take away. The hut block is down. This is where the hut block is, right here, right there. So let's come, let's get a pickaxe out. And let's do a pickaxe. Wow, why am I having trouble? There we go. Because I'm sleepy. Let's come to here and let's take this away and see where the building is. So see, we can see the building right here on the sides right here. Let's get the shovel for a second. On the sides right here, I'm looking at the building and where the building is and how far back the building comes into this area. So this is the end right here. This is the end right here. So this is where I think it needs to be straight from right here. So let's take these two back just on this side for a second so that I can see this. And then take these away. And there it is right there. And there it is right there. So now shovel out. And let's take the axe to get these pieces off here. need to see where the building is. See right here that this is building right here. This part right here is the level 5 building on that side. And I can't see it on, there it is. On this side it's right here. So we'll take this stuff off right here for a second. That's the stuff that we put in. Now if we were in survival, we would just be getting that stuff back because we'd be picking it up. All of this. Aha, there's something we need to see. Let's get over on this side. And there is that side of this. So I'm still looking for the track we haven't got to yet. Let's bring this back a little bit more right here. And let's take this away right to there. So there it is. So that's the beginning of the hills building. And let's come over here and let's remove this. That must be where the builder is. I don't have anything there. See that whole section right there? There's nothing there. And let's take this top part off right here, because we are actually above the land, I believe, at this point, but we'll see. Because if we're not, then we'll have to bring it back. There it is. And there it is. So there's the rail. So down this part right here, the rail comes right to here. Let's dig this out. Let's see how far. The sun is setting. And I need a light at the end of the tunnel. I need a light here so I can see what I'm digging out. Look at all this granite. So this is what we'll use for the stone that we need. All of this granite here. We'll get this deep slate back. And there's the granite right there. And there is the hut block right there. So let's take this away right on that part. And if we wanted, we could put the rail in, but I'm going around it for a second. Just the way the rail is going around here, so that we can see that. That's what we wanted to see, that right there. And sure enough, right here, and this is the land right here. So this is where it would come out. Wow. That's fairly intense, isn't it? Now, I can put a lantern here, because that lantern's not there. Oh, it might be there. That might actually be there. See this piece of land right here? That's why I'm saying that might be there, because this is here. But it's not. That isn't actually there. So there we have it. There we have a straight piece all the way through. And now we can come back and begin to, we'll put in the rail, and we can work on this as time goes on. But right now, we can put this here. Ready? Assign a builder. Now I think we have to build this part. This is the part that has to be built by the builder coming every day from the other location to here. And Ayer, the developer of this mod, was saying, yes, it takes a long time for the builder to build, because pretty much the trip here, and then how many blocks can they lay in a day if they're taking the trip here and then taking the trip back. And so this is one of the things that you have to keep in mind, that it's going to take a while to do this. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the idea of all of that. I don't want anyone falling in So we're going to close this part up, but I'm not going to cover this just yet because I can use that tunnel to get underneath this. And I like the idea of that. So here we are. Here we are. Assign a builder. Building or decoration partially outside. Oh, you're kidding me. It's not allowing me to do it. Ooh, okay. So this is going to be really interesting. It's not allowing me to do it. Oh my goodness. That is so interesting. Now, it might be that the hill one, so there's the style trade post, which was the initial style. It might be that the hill one, that nobody noticed, that the hill one didn't have something that it needed to be able to be built outside of the area. And because that is very, very curious. After all that, oh my goodness. All right, so I don't think there was anything else that I was supposed to do. It says assign a builder. You don't build the first one. Let's go to Wiki. So I'm going to come over here to the town for a minute. We have an arms dealer. This is a weaponsmith right here. And is he sleeping in his? No, he's not. He's not using his, so he must have a family somewhere. So we're just going to sleep here for a moment. This is a village. They'll sleep anywhere. So it's not that he's not using this. It's just that he didn't spend the night in his shop. And there are the villagers. You can see some waking up now and coming out to their farms, coming out and doing things in the morning. And we're going to look at them for a second. We're going to look at the village here for a moment while I go to the wiki. So let's come here. We're going to go to Safari. Let's go to history. And the last thing I looked at from the Discord connection to the wiki was yesterday, Sunday. We're in Sunday. Let's come down to this part of Sunday. And there it is, the Witching Well wiki. So this is the wiki that I'm going to on GitHub. So there's a wiki for MC Trade Post under dash retro, MC Trade Post retro, and we're in the wiki on GitHub, and we're going to go to Outpost and see what's going on with it. Outpost how to. The outpost is a building that can be built outside the normal boundaries of your colony. It is useful, etc., etc. Making a claim. To make an outpost, create an outpost claim marker. Find the location where you'd like your outpost and right-click the claim marker where you'd like to locate it. You will see the outpost marker change to include the trade post symbol, indicating it has saved the location. So I need a claim marker. So let's go here. Let's go, wait, we need to go into JEI and look for a claim marker. And there it is right there. Oh yes, this thing. So this is a claim marker, and you have to make this. And it uses wool. It uses wool, 2 sticks, and a nugget. Now, it is made by the Fletcher we're going to go back into town and get the Fletcher to make the claim marker for us. Yeah, let's do that. Well, actually, let's pull a marker. Let me pull a marker from here for right now. So let's come to here. Let's go to here. Let's get a claim marker. And then I'll have them make one. And when you take this marker, you place it. And so now we're going to place it. Let's get the trade post piece that we wanted, the outpost piece from Hills that we wanted. Let's come back here and line it up again. So let's line up outpost. And it didn't line up exactly the way we wanted to. Level 5, level 5. And then let's turn it this way and put it down on top of this section right here. So see, we're coming right to here. This is where it's supposed to be sitting, with the back right here. So let's move this into place. Let's move it down into the ground so that we can see this coming all the way up to here. All the way up to here. Let's come back. And let's raise this up. And there it is right there. So the train is going to come right to here like this, and right here like this. And that gives us those hill pieces right there, and we're good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the trade post marker right on that spot right there. Claim outpost. Dun, 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 dun. Did you see that? There it is. Oh wait, it didn't show it again in the line item, but we saw it. It did that, and so now we can come here and go here like this, and we can do assign a builder. Let's come here. Oh, why didn't it do the, I put in the thing, and it still is saying something, I did something wrong. Okay, so I apparently didn't do enough. Okay. The walk out to the outpost to build it can be a treacherous one. Your builder may need an escort. Once there, you might consider assigning them to a builder hut at the location as soon as it is available. The more trips made on foot between the colony and the outpost, the more likely something is to go wrong, so you might consider helping with a clearing or using the builder's hammer generously to aid the initial build until you can have a builder assigned at the outpost. Most supplies can be delivered by train, including food. The scout tries to keep people well fed so they don't try to wander back to the main colony dining hall. There's no hospital out there, though, and other reasons might inspire your outpost residents to head back to the main colony. It's a dangerous assignment. So something, making a claim. Take the claim marker. Okay, so I did that. So it says make an outpost claim, create an outpost marker, find the location where you'd like to, your outpost, and right click the marker with your, where you'd like to create it. I did that. And you will see the marker outpost change to include trade post symbol, indicating it has saved the location. I didn't see that. So I don't think the marker placed properly. So let's do that again. It said right click you will see the marker change to indicate. Then take that set outpost claim marker. Oh, this one. There it is. Use a wishing well to stake an outpost claim. And it says take it to the wishing well with a diamond, with a diamond trade coin. This will claim the territory around the point set with a marker point. Now, it's a good thing I didn't make that go away. Woo-hoo! And this is the marker that we're using. See, it has outpost claim. It says use a wishing well to stake an outpost claim at where I'm at. Woo-wee. Okay. There are restrictions on placement. The outpost claim must be within 800 blocks of your main colony center, usually the town hall. And the outpost itself must be placed within 16 blocks of the claim marker. The outpost is going to be right on the claim marker, and entirely within the claimed chunks as usual. And that's no problem because we put it smack dab. The outpost is smack dab on the claim marker. So let's go through. Let's just go through from here. And we could go ahead and put in the rail right up to there. But for now, I'm going to just go back. So this is the way the worker and the scout are going to come in order to get to this place. And it's not as long as I thought now that I see it. I thought it was going to be much longer than that, and it's perfect. And let's go to here. So now it's daytime, and this is on our side. 800 blocks. It has to be within 800 blocks. I think that's longer away, maybe. 800 seems really, really from the town hall block. We're going to walk through to the wishing well. And the well is down here. So we're going to walk through the school district. Everyone's going home. It's nighttime. So they're going home to go to bed. We have all our people. We still need a couple. We need there we go. Let's have some water. Here we are. Thank you. This is the well right here. So what it's saying to do is to throw into the wishing well with a diamond coin. Oh. Now how do we get a diamond coin? If I'm not mistaken, we need 8 diamonds. So I'm just going to go right now over to the warehouse and get 8 diamonds. Everyone's asleep. There's the railroad right there. Look at the moon. It's pretty. Sliver of moon. Slice of life. Did I hit that? I did. Okay, and let's sort the warehouse, and then let's look for diamonds. And we have 23, with the possibility of 21, so that's good. So let's come, let's find them. And there they are. They're in the lower level of the warehouse. And there is the shelf. And we just need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, So we have 8 diamonds. And then we need a coin. Now, if you watched on Twitch yesterday, you would have seen that we did put coin. Let's put this mixed stone up. Let's put these pieces back for a moment. So we're going to put everyone back here for a second. Put this up so that I can get a lantern. It's going to be dark. It's still dark outside. And let's come down here. We're going to take the road straight through. Right here. Nav road. And see right here, we can go up. From this part of the road, we can go up the hill on these stairs to the cathedral. We can cut across. When the cathedral is finished, we'll make path to cut across. Or we might not have to. It might be all paved, that area. So our enchanter is, what's her name? I don't remember. Genesis. Okay, I'm probably not going to forget that anymore. She's an ashcombe. I haven't had any ashcombes in a while, so she's an ashcombe, Genesis, and we're going to look in her inventory and see that she has a coin. So we're going to take one of her coins, and then we're going to the fountain. Now, we could just go ahead and wait until morning and make it seem like Genesis herself is doing that, and if we want to do that, let's come down here so we can actually talk to the enchanter, because this is in her purview. So we'll come down. So even though the player, in this case the ambassador, has to do this, I think we still can have her do the things that need to be done. So let's come here, let's look. Now if I put in a trade post somewhere, and there isn't one in here, so I can't put one here. And you can see everybody is working. Josiah's working on the greenhouse that we're going to have for the second sugar field. We're going to have 2 sugar fields and a cactus field. They are all in greenhouses. McKenna's working on the graveyard. And Wade is supposed to be working on either the train station or the... What are you doing up there? How did you even get up there? Well, however she got up there, she got down. Did she actually land there? Or was she just... How did that happen? I don't know how she got up there. That's fascinating. Teleported? She's a witch. Yes, I think she is. All right. So let's find Genesis. And we're going to have her make the coin that I need. So I need to give her all of this stuff, I think. And she'll make the coin. Let me check on that.
Right away.
Configure, oh, that you can work with. Yes. Okay. So here's this thing about, oh, wow. It is chilly. It has cooled off a lot here. It has been in the 70s or in the 80s. It's actually been in the lower 80s and 70s in this last 10 days up until this weekend. And yesterday it went down to 40 degrees and it apparently is still chilly. And let's look here and let's look at recipes. So this is her recipe. She has to make it. So we're going to give her, let's put in the inventory here, these 2 things right here so she can make it. And she needs to have people that she can work with. Now, so the way this has been explained, the way I'm doing it is that she is working with the other people. So the librarian, the university, the alchemist, there isn't one yet, and the graveyard. So she's going to work, she can work with the hospital. She's going to work with all of them in the way that it says that she gathers targets. I have no idea how they explain that now. But she has to be able to do that, and we've made it possible for her to do that. She has on one of just a beautiful, this is, aren't we using medieval because it was too cold for some of the other outfits? So we're using medieval. I can check and see who we're using. We're not using modern. Yes, we're definitely using either medieval or default. I think this is default, and that's wonderful. That beautiful enchanter is default. All right, so where am I going to put this post box that isn't going to interfere with any build? In the tavern or in the marketplace, because they are finished. These buildings are finished in the marketplace. So I could put it, that one isn't, but it's not going to get any higher than this. It's just going to be a level 2. And this isn't going to change here. But there's plenty of room in here for us to put that. And I think I'm going to put it right here. We're going to remove this, and we're going to put in a post box. Nope. There it is, a post box right here, and we're going to put in a stash box right here. So that means that things that come from the store or things like that can go right here. For example, see this right here, the rare finds. Oh my goodness, a backpack. Whoa, we could have gotten a backpack for $849. That is reasonable. Wow. 10 oak saplings, and if we needed allium, but because we have the coconinos, we don't need those, and we now have a florist, a botanist, so we can do that. Now he's selling stuff, and so people are looking. This is Jack, and we're going to put these pieces right here. So let's come to here, and let's put down the post right here and the stash right here. Those aren't going anywhere. And we'll put those back into the library. And so now we can request a diamond coin. Okay, so coin. And there they are. So we just need one, right? I think we just need one. Wait, I have it right here.
It's a fine day.
Along with a diamond trade coin. So we just need one coin. So we're going to request one coin. Request, and there it is. So, oh, we need a gold coin in order to get the diamond coin. So we need how many gold coins? We need 8. So let's get 8 gold coins. Request that. And how many do you need for that? For the trade system, it looks like she's going to 64 coins. Now let's see if they're going to deliver 64 coins from the trade system. Is that 6,400? No, 6. Can we actually not do it? Wow. Do we have to have like 1 million in order to do it? We've been being so cavalier about this. Well, we have 6,000.
Nice.
So that'll be fine. So
great.
if the courier can get it from there, this is what we'll find out. Whether the courier will deliver. That's her soup, believe it or not, making that noise. Isn't that amazing? I think I might ask them to turn the soup sound down a little bit. When I come over here, it sounds like lava. It's like, yeah, the soup is bubbling, but it does go away, so maybe it's okay. It's like the sound in the tavern, the music in the tavern calms down a little bit. Or it's not there in the beginning and then it grows. I think that's the way it is. Okay, now I have to guard this claim marker with my life, so we're going to put it right here with these things. Look at all this stuff I have on me. The tome we're going to put right here. That's not going in. We got coffee from that rabbit. That's wild. We got coffee from the rabbit. So I'm going to wait and see if she gets the coins on her own or if I have to. If the courier will deliver coins to her. And after all this, there's still a possibility that it might be too far away. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that it's within 1,000 blocks. So do we want to find out? As the crow flies? 1,000 blocks as the crow flies? That was the town hall right there. I think we're okay. It didn't turn into 8,000, so that means we're I think we're fine, or didn't go into 6, I should say. So we might be okay. Let's come from here. Let's come over the top. Is it going catty corner? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's come here. There's the town. So you would have to, I'm looking. And there it is, there's the well and there's the town hall is right here. It looks like it's saying it's like 400. So I think it's within range. I hope it's within range. And hold on for a second now. I am going to let the wiki go down. I'm just going to put it down so I can look at it later if I need to. And wow, that was really interesting. Yay! Improved bows means that we can now have Maisie work on the archery center. Let's see how things are going here. I think she was working on the level 2 of this. And she is. She's working on the level 2. And when she's done, we can have her work on this. The builder is going to be Maisie. Build the building. Okay. And there we go. Now we can't say that we brought back a lot of cobble from that tunnel building because the tunnel used a lot of stone. So all the stone that we dug out of the tunnel had to be used to build the tunnels. So we can't rely on that. We have been getting from Arnarluk and from Seabridge and from Rosa Oru and Prasino, especially Rosa Oru. We've been getting cobble. Rosa Oru is in the it's in a desert area, and there are mesa rocks in the area, and so it's a good area for getting cobble out. And let's do inventory for a minute. Let's see how much cobble we actually have. Let's come here and let's sort. So we still have about 1,000. That's a small amount for the amount of buildings that still need cobble. We have cobble deep slate, but we're not using a lot of that. And we might trade that out, or we might. Ooh. Let's see what happens if we tried to sell that. Let's come, wait, where's the indicator? There it is. Let's give Jack 64, a stack of 64, and let's see if he can sell the cobble. We can maybe do stacks of 16 and see what it comes to. He's not selling one cobble at a time, is he? Because if he is, then this isn't going to work. It definitely isn't going to work, but let's see what happens over here. If we put it in, we'll see how he prices it, because he has to price it. He still is selling bowls, and now he's selling rail. He's still selling rail. Hello. And we still have visitors walking around. We can't get anybody yet. We still need some research. And if I look, I think that we can't, but we can check. I think it shows how many we can have. So let's look and see. 50 of 95. So that almost looks like we almost have all of it done. We almost have all the research done for it. It's not a full 100. It should go up to 100. Let's come down here and sleep. But it does mean that if we see a sifter, we can get them. Now we don't have a concrete mixer yet, we do have an alchemist. We don't have a grave, an undertaker yet. So we could do both the undertaker and the sifter. So I'm going to look right here for a moment. Has made an advancement. Not enough funds to mint coins. Express shipping. Not enough funds to mint coins. I wonder if that means that I need to give her I wonder if that means I need to give her the funds. Or is she saying there's not enough, period? Let's try giving her the coins. We can put them back if we need to, but let's try giving her the full 6,000. And let's see what happens with that.
Hi.
Hi. Let's come here. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
Let's give her 8,000. She already has, I think, 5. So we're going to give her 8 coins, and let's see. Oh wait, should I look and see what the rare is? Let's look here, and the rare find today is potatoes, which we don't have a farm yet. We're going to. Tomatoes we have a farm for already, although those tomatoes belong to a farmer's market. And then purple tulips. Oh, pretty. So let's come down here. We can just cut across, taking these stairs up. And I think that's really good. Go past the fountain, or the future fountain. And let's come to here. And go inside, and let's give her these coins. And see if it says now that she has enough coins to do it with. And sure enough, she does. Did you see the numbers change? So she has enough coins now to make the things that she needs to make. And let's see what she's going to do. Where are you going? Genesis. That was odd, wasn't it? Where was she going? To the well?
What can I do for you?
So she only has 2 coins left. So where did she put the other coins? She walked over to here. We requested them. Did she meet a courier and I just didn't see it? She was putting something there for the courier to get. Let's come here and let's look. No, don't see it yet. Nope, not there. It says she needs... Oh, do I need 64 trade? Oh, that's right. So I gave her 8,000. She had some already. So she should have enough. All right, so let me see something for a minute. Where does she put these coins when she makes them? Let's go and look at the coin system for a second. I end up doing, oh, look at that. It says trade coins minted. So she did mint them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She only minted 8, which was what was needed for the first one. But she has plenty of coins left over, doesn't she? Hold on. Does it need 8 for each set? Let's see. Let's look here. So we did... something moved. So now she's asking for gold to be delivered so that she can do, and then she needs 64 trade coins to make, and 8 gold coins. So gold is being delivered. I didn't give her any gold. So she has to wait for the gold to be delivered. So there's a second gold delivery going to happen. And And I did give her diamonds, but I didn't give her gold. We can check for gold ingot and gold, but I don't think we have to worry, but I'm going to look for a second. This is fascinating. So I haven't done create, or I haven't done factory or any of those. So to me, this is fascinating because I haven't done any of those. Let's see here, and let's see. And let's go to custom, no, fuel, smeltable ore, and gold. And it's gold, raw gold. So gold ore and raw gold. And let's see who makes the ingot, the gold ingot. Things you don't have to think about. And there it is, gold nugget. And in order, it says the smelter makes it. So the smelter actually makes ingot. It's saying. And let me look here. And this is only custom recipes here. It's not showing making ingot. I can't teach. So it's only showing that. Let's come over here to Lucas, the blacksmith, and let's see what his recipes are. Let's look for this. The sifter is next in line. The mechanic is actually next in line for gold. So let's go, instead of going to Lucas, let's go to Santino. So we're going to come here. We're going to cut through here. I'm going to take the back door of the warehouse, or the rail door of the warehouse, and then we're going to walk out the front door right here, turn the corner, come down this hill, and there is the mechanic sitting right here. And Santino is Giovanni, not Santino. So who is Santino? Santino is the new dye shop owner, and Giovanni is the mechanic. I apologize, Giovanni. And let's come in here and let's look at crafting recipes. I don't see gold, so let's come here and let's teach. Nope. So it is not theirs. I think we can make gold block. I think the gold block is theirs. Gold ingot, gold block. Let's find the Minecraft gold block. And that is that. So it is, I think it actually is Lucas. So we're going to come here. Oh, this is a pain for them, isn't it? Get a shovel for a second. From here. That is definitely a pain. Let's come here. Let's get a shovel. And we'll probably need a piece of tree here, right in that spot. Let's take down this piece right here like this, because this is the road right there, and the road's actually going to come to here. And of course we can't have this tree look like this, so we're going to bring the tree down too, just in case when we put the road in, it does something. Yes, much better. All right. And I thought we had something to make it easier for them to get through there, but I don't think we do right now. Let's go back to Lucas. So we're going to take this road. There's a portion of this road here. This is Anyanka's road right here. We did take down the lantern that was here. Let's put a lantern right here for right now, just so I can see that portion of the road there. So see, we put in this section so that the road runs by the rail station up to Lucas, right here, and Brooke, both of them being right in this spot here. So let's come back and crafting teach recipe, and let's go to ingot, gold ingot. There it is. And let's do this. And sure enough, there it is right there. So the raw gold, and let's see where we get this from. No. So from here, the smelter smelts to breaks ore blocks with fortune based on level and smelts as needed. And 6. And raw gold. What can we do with raw gold? What does it make? Doesn't make that. It doesn't make ingots unless I need to do this. There we go. That's the smelter. So the ore smelter does do the ingots. If we had gold ingot, if we had these gold nuggets, we could make them. He would do it. But the smelter actually is responsible for turning gold into ingot. Even though it doesn't show on here, he does do that. Let's go to the warehouse now and see if there is any. Vincentius Primus, everybody. That was very strange. Oh, there we go. He went by, and I just felt the breeze. All right, so let's come in here and let's go. There's Josie. There's our first druid, and we had to have her. She had such amazing stats. She's an amazing woman, and so we had to have her. And let's come here, and let's sort the warehouse for a second, and then let's go to here, and let's hope we have some gold. We have 26, so I think we have enough for what we need. Now, should we get it? See that golden apple too, and the golden carrots? I hope they're all in the same place. How much gold do we need? Hold on, we might actually see it on here, on the clipboard. Let's look and see on the clipboard. How many pieces of gold do we actually need? Hold on, let's come up here. And let's go here and let's look at that. Nope, it's not coming up. So let's come to here and let's click on this. Eight, 2. So delivery of 2. Okay, we don't have to do it. She's waiting for it. It's going to be done. Did I have someone make a plantation before? I don't think so. A plantation field. Let's come over here for a second to Juliana. Let's come to Juliana for a minute and let's look at teach recipe and let's look for a field. And there we go. So a plantation field, and we need wood, and she has some, so I'm just going to borrow one of hers. Wait, is that 2 different? This is spruce. Nope, don't want to make it out of spruce. Oak. We make all the things out of oak, so we'll do that. I'm not going to mess up her stuff. She has it in a certain way, so she must be doing something specific with those numbers. So let's come to crafting, teach recipe, teach this, and take away the, this is chipped, putting in all that different kind of wood there. And it's not, oh, I didn't look at it. It's a blacksmith. Wow. Okay, so thank you, Juliana, for the thank you for the wood piece. So we can come over here to Lucas and give him this. They're pretty close together, everyone. So it's not that huge a walk. And all of them are close to the warehouse. So all of that makes it possible for everything to be here. So let's teach recipe, teach this. And let's get the wood. So wood and stick is going to be brought to him, to Lucas, and then he's going to make this piece. And that's perfect. I might as well leave this piece of wood here. He has stick already. And look, he's made, look at him making iron materials and rail. Nice. Wait, is he making rail or did he just pick it up? He doesn't make rail, does he? Teach rail. I think that's the mechanic. I'm sure that's the mechanic. So he must have just picked up a sample. Maybe Giovanni was showing him what kind of iron he needs, how he needs the iron to be in order for him to make rail, and saying, I need these kinds of ingots to make rail. So he said, well, let me keep a track so that I know how many how many iron pieces I need. So I'm going to come up here while we're waiting. That's 2 hours we've been doing stuff. That's very interesting. So we figured out stuff using the wiki by actually reading. We figured out some things, which is good. And we're going to check for one of the people. We do have Crusher. So remember, we got Tobias, who wanted to run the brickyard, and Sean was like, that's fine, I'll do the crushing. And so Sean's here, and he's not necessarily happy about it, and we might change him to something else because he's not really happy about doing that, but we'll see. So since he's not happy about that, let's look at the list, Kenya, the list. So let's go to here and see athletics is ore smelter or cows, and so we already have those. And let me look for a second at the other thing that he has. So let's come here. Agility, dexterity. His dexterity is up pretty high. Athletics is 21. But his dexterity is 16. It's such a shame not to be able to use him with that type of athletics, but he would have to have stamina. And his stamina is 13. It's not high enough, but we already have a ranch hand, and we already have smelter. The dexterity is at 16, and we have everybody. Poor Sean. I think Sean might end up being in the library. I think he might end up doing research. He has 8 mana. We could have him return to the library when we get somebody. And let's do that. So, so we need to look for a crusher. We can have another courier now. We need archers. For the gatehouse, we need 2. Hi, Tobias. Or is that Sean? No, that's Sean. Hi, Sean. And we need to, 2 archers for the gatehouse. So that's so we need about 5 people. We're only going to get 1 archer for the gatehouse. We're going to save the other one for children. We're going to get the courier up to 6, and I'd really like to save the other 4 couriers to be for kids. So we'll do that. So we might start at 4 just to give us a chance to do that. Dun, 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 dun. The combat center is finished, and she's going to start working on the archery center. The combat center is a competition center. The barracks is the competition center for games, and that is part of the university. So the dining hall we still need, and I think I'm going to wait for kids for that as well, and the kitchen. And then the fisher, we can get an extra fisher with children. We don't have a shepherd yet. And so we can get one, and the sifter. They're both focus and strength. It's almost there. Look at that, 12, and strength is 14. So he's still upside down for that. So I'm going to take away the ones that we're going to save for children, or maybe I should read them so that I don't bother getting those people. I think I will. So we still need one more courier. We still need one archer. The dining hall, and let's come here and let's do this. Let's put it in a different color. So we'll put it in red for now. So that means we're going to wait for kids for that one. The chef's kitchen, we're going to wait for kids. So we'll do it in red also. And then we have a dyer, we have the glass, we have our shopkeepers, the alchemist, the Fletcher, the florist, we have all of those. An extra fisher, we're going to have be a child. One of the kids is going to get that job, so we can put that there. But we do need a shepherd and a sifter right now. The enchanter we have, and we don't need another. So they're gone. And then, wow, he's working. Hold on, I have to see this. Escape. Look at this. It's running. Ooh. He's putting stuff in. Cool. Oh, that's very cool. Excellent. Excellent. So let's get away from the noise a little bit. We're going to come out here. We could go into the dining hall for a second. And hi, there's Wesson. And Wesson's talking to someone. They're probably making an order. Bless you. A takeout order. And so we're just going to be in here for a second and look at what we were looking at. It's still daytime. It's 11:30 in the morning, actually. So people are still getting into their day. And we can see that Maisie started the archery competition center. The archery part of the competition center. She's up to the level 2 of the combat center. And she's going to bring both of those up to level 3 because that's where we're at right now. We have a concrete mixer? No. We can get one, but we don't even have the concrete mixer researched yet. That's what we need. And we were right there at our Naraluk and did not get any concrete. My gosh, what were we thinking? Well, we'll just have to have it shipped. And we have a crush, and so the crushers who we're going to look for, stamina and strength. We're going to look for a crusher again. So let's put that in. Stamina and athletics is a farmer. And those were the things that he kind of had some stuff in, didn't he? I wonder if Sean was supposed to be a farmer. If we decide to have another, that would be 12 fields. 3 fours are 12. Only 3 fields per. And remember what we're doing with those fields? let's go back for a second and look. The little tiny fields that we're using, I'm going to say thank you to Sean, to Wesson. Thank you, Wesson. And people are coming in for lunch. Let's go over to the fields for a sec. So this is a normal size field here. And then we have these little fields right here. And we're going to count 2 of these as one field. So for instance, right here we have 1, 2, 3 fields. We have 2 fields here and 1 field back there. So there's 3 more fields. So we actually need the 2 small fields that we have back here would make 1, 2. That's actually 1 field. So if we had another, no, just for him, we would need 1 more field. 2 more fields. Yeah, we're counting this as 1. So 1 field here and 2 more fields right here. Right in a line on the other side going back into these hills, which means we're going to lose these trees. But we will have to replant, and these are spruce. We could have, we could say that she cut down these spruce because we do use spruce here. So we can harvest those spruce, harvest these oaks for when they put in the fields, and that'll be good. These are maples that we planted right here. And there is Santino, speaking of Santino, who I mistaken Giovanni for. And what do I need? Okay, so now that I know what I need, which is a crusher, right this second what I need is a crusher and a, that's the other one. Hold on. The other one that I need is the Undertaker, which is strength and mana. And so we'll do that. There's something here, and we're going to take that away and then just have the Undertaker as one of the ones that we're looking for. So many added now. And there we go. Let's take this up to here, and I think that'll put the Undertaker good right there with strength, and everybody's there. Excellent. Okay. And this is fine here. Okay, so strength and mana. So I feel like doing that for just a second. I'm going to go over to the Undertaker and see if I have anybody already, like Sean. Now, I don't think we can get to it yet through here. McKenna is waiting for some stuff, but eventually we'll be able to take stairs right back here and go down. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yay! She is definitely working on this. Okay, and let's see who we have. So we have Carter doesn't want to do this. Mallory is our alchemist, and she doesn't want to do it either. Tatiana is the combat nurse, so she's the backup for Pedro, and she definitely doesn't want to do it. So let's look at the other people. And the animal trainer wouldn't mind. But we're looking for Sean for a second, and he's not coming up, so he doesn't have the numbers. They're usually in order. He has a 14 and an 8. That's not bad. I think he would be happier here. Sean would be. And what I think I want to do, since the stair is not done yet, to come down into the graveyard here, So the only way they can get to it is to go up here, and notice there isn't really a place to go up anymore. I wonder if she's having trouble getting to this. Isn't that curious? I don't think so, but we'll see if McKenna isn't doing anything. Oh, wow. That smells so good. Vincentius Primus made toast and smells incredible. Yum. We're going to have Sean come to here, and we're going to have him research for a while. We're going to put that he is the Undertaker, and we're going to have him come and join if there's room. Is there room? There might not be. Yeah, I don't think there's room. Oh, there is. Yay, good. Okay. So let's have Sean. Wait. See that? We're going to have Sean come here. And so we don't have Crusher right now. We're going to get one. And it's raining. And so I'm going to put that on the list, Kenya. The list. So let's come over to Jalapari people. And let's make Sean now the Undertaker researching. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. And I was going to go to sleep. I was actually. Quick, let's run over to here. Let's run quickly. Run, run, run. We have to get to a bed. And there we go. I'm going to come here, come down, and let's go to sleep. Wow, that's really strong. Yeah, it's that kind of storm, all right. Goodness sakes. Morning thunder. All right, so the day is cleared up. And, oh gosh, I must be hungry. That just smells so good. Okay, let's look at the marketplace finds for a second. We could see McKenna saying something, but we'll check and see. Fir and orange spruce, nice. Dark oak log, only 4, but we have a forester, so we don't need to buy that. Let's run. If there weren't any dark oaks in the area, then that would be a way that you could get those things, which is what makes it really fascinating. What am I doing here? I was looking, oh no, I was getting Sean set up at the university. And I need just for a second to make sure that Sean can actually how far away he is. So we've added him, manage workers. And he is living in the tavern, probably. Although that doesn't look like that, does it? But he has to be. I think he's living in the tavern. We'll check and see. We're going to have to keep track of where people are living as well. All right, so we were waiting for coins. So we need a diamond coin in order to complete the wishing well wish. And let's see what we've got here.
Hi.
We've got nothing yet. We're still waiting for gold. No, it says we're not. Now we have the recipes. We gave her the recipes, didn't we? Wouldn't that be funny? No, she made coins already. She did something with that money. Let's come over for a second. I keep seeing something red There it is, right there. They went into a building. Did they go in here? Who's this? Hi, you. I guess it's him. I guess that's who I'm seeing. It's very curious. He just disappeared. So maybe they were leaving. It might have been a visitor, which is what I thought it might be. I don't know where these coins end up. Unless they get picked up and go to the warehouse and then get delivered to the stash box. Let's see. Aha! Yay! We have 1 gold coin and we need 8 gold coins. So she is waiting for... She doesn't have any... Oh, we have 2 gold coins.
Mutton and potatoes? Can't get better than that.
Yeah? Good. We don't have any sheep yet, so... Oh, that's what she... Oh, that's a good reminder. I think it's going to take us a little bit of time. We do have 2, and we need 8. We have 16. It looks like we don't have any regular coins available. But she took them all, so... Because we did give her 10. And she's going over in that corner again. I wonder what she's doing. If she keeps going over there on a regular basis, we might do something here. We might put something here for her. I don't know why she's doing that. I don't. So we'll have to figure out what it is that she's doing and do something about that. All right, so we're going to look at some people. So we no longer have Crusher, and we've got lots of people, and we're going to look at them right now. Let's start with Timothy. Timothy wants pottage. I think we can arrange that. And Timothy's got some good numbers, and the numbers that we need for the things that we need. We have an undertaker, and so we're going to take that off the list. Unless we find someone better, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I know. Poor Sean. Poor Sean. Well, he'll end up doing research. He'll join Hayden and do research. Let's look at Timothy for a second. The highest is dexterity at 26. Alchemist, and we have all of those people. I'm not going to take someone with a high of 26. That means that we're restricting him to something. I don't want to do that with that kind of... I want to find somebody who's dedicated to what we're looking for. This is Elliot right here. And I like that. Ellie. Her name's Elliot. And she's a kid, but if she has the stats, she has strength. With strength coming first, we need focus, stamina, athletics. When we don't need athletics, we need mana. And strength is the only thing. The only thing that we need from there is an undertaker needs strength. And so a crusher, the stamina would have to be larger. And so she's still a kid, so she's going to figure out what she wants to do with her life. She hasn't fully decided yet. Let's come over here. This is Rhett. Ooh, nice name, Rhett. Rhett wants a lot. He's very smart. And there we are again, it's strength. And so we're going to have to say no to that. And that's and with dexterity is the high strength, and dexterity is the 2 high. Hello. Yeah, 19 stamina and strength, so it's the other way around we need it to be. So red is not going to stay. Let's look at, here's another Ellie. Oh, a Paracella. We've had Paracellas before. She's asking for a lot of blaze powder. Wow. But she has some skills. And the 28 is stamina and agility. And these two right here. So let's look at stamina for a second. Dexterity. Nope, she doesn't have any. Stamina and strength. She wants to do the crusher job. Ellie wants to do the crusher job. Let's have her do it. And so let's go here. That's a lot. She's worth it, isn't she? She would be. And she's decided to stay. So let's get her into the, if I say so. Let's get her into the tavern, first of all, so that she has some place to sleep tonight. So we'll come over here. Wait. We went in this side. Let's use this side. Both taverns are here. Let's put her here. Because she's going to have to be out of this tavern anyway in order to work at this building over here, the Mason House. Remember when we needed to put in a house that we haven't put in yet? So what we're going to have to do is raise everybody to a level 3 in this area. All the housing. So this will be the first housing that gets raised. And there she is. She's perfect. So we're going to hire her here, and we're going to put her name on the list. So we had Tobias, and now she's coming in now. Tobias, and we have Ellie. Ellie S. Paracella. Churla. Parachurla. And there we go. And she is crushing plant owner. Hi, Mr. Villager. Good morning. I'm doing okay. How are you? How are you doing? And there she is. So she's 73 blocks from where she needs to be. So she really needs to move into this area somewhere. And we don't have any place for her to move in just yet. So she's got a fairly long commute right now. Let me see who's living here. This is Brooke and Lucas living here. I'm not going to kick anybody out. Nobody would like that. So we do have a crusher now. We'll look for a sifter as well, and we can take that away. These 4 days, 2 before and 1 coming, are being lovely to you. Ooh, excellent. Oh, I love that. Well, that's wonderful to hear. I'm very happy about that. Let's come here and let's look at something for a moment. Oh yes, this is what I need to do for just a second. I need to go back and look at who we need next. So we just got the crusher, and we have a wonderful crusher in Ellie, and so this is good. And then we have, we still need We still need a concrete mixer, but we don't have that yet. We still need a sifter and a shepherd. Let me look at something here for a second. Let's do this for a second. Yes, show the other people. And nope, she's not in. Wait, hold on. Do that again. That was Eli we looked at. No, and let's go to Ellie. She's down really far, so she doesn't want to do this job. There we go. Okay. No school, no work. A part of your family is on a trip in another state. Your biological mother figure works at the afternoons and goes until midnight. Simply your perfect schedule. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's basically just you and Romeo all day. Where's your sister? Oh, she's with the part of the family that's in another state. I get it. I get it. It's unfortunate that you only have until tomorrow to live like this. Wow. I bet you feel like an adult. I bet you do. That's pretty cool. Well, you're practically one. That is really nice. Your first experience of being on your own. How does it feel? Well, obviously you're loving it. Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations. That's really interesting that your parental units have felt that you were responsible enough to be left on your own in this way. And that is very, very cool. So they think very highly of you, that they've left you like this. And that's neat. That's really neat. So yeah. So let me continue here for a second. So we're looking at the sifter, and we were just seeing if she wanted to do that, but she doesn't. And so she didn't come up for the other one either. So I think we'll just leave it and we'll let her be who she is. And let's go back and let's look again at some other people. And Mr. Villager, since you're here right now, let me fill you in on what happened earlier. You feel the house is basically for you, that you can manage it properly if you compare to, also you get time to yourself and work on your stuff. Good for you. Good. Excellent. So let me show Mr. Villager what we did earlier. So earlier, you were here, Mr. Villager, yesterday when we started putting in more of the tunnel. And so we actually got the tunnel to go completely through. And so we're just going to show it. It was shorter than I thought it was going to be. And so we're going to walk along the track. And we were explaining earlier how the walls are made from stone that has been quarried out, in other words, dug out, so that we could actually put in this rail. And the rail is coming from town there for every 2 of these pieces for 16, which is 8 is one of these tunnels, and for every 2 of those tunnels. And then we're putting in ramp here, and right up here is coming up right here is where we are going to have the outpost. And so now we got here and we thought we were just going to put the outpost. Oh yeah, we brought the tunnel all the way over to here until we realized that, wait a minute, that seems too far. We're in the green. We want to be, we want to be above ground by now. And so we're just using this as a work tunnel. And Mr. Villager is saying sometimes when she isn't at home and I do stuff like washing dishes or whatever, it feels so pleasant without her at your back complaining. Aww, she's stressed. Oh, I'm sorry. She's under stress. you see her hours of work. You said that she works this afternoon until midnight. So she has a long shift. Yeah. You have to consider that. I mean, and you also have to consider, is she doing something she wants to do? Or is she making it possible for you to do something you want to do? Keep that in mind. I know it's really hard at this stage in your life to understand parents and to understand parental units, even if they're not. But it's one of those things that when their patience is gone and stuff, they're just tired, and they're just tired, and they may not like what they're doing and stuff. So yeah, I know. Okay, so so we're putting this part in as a tunnel right here, and then we're coming, and then right here, right in this spot right here, we're putting in the outpost. So when we started to put the outpost down, what we discovered was we have to claim it first. And so we got this claim let's come here to backpack. So see this claim, outpost claim marker. We put that marker down. We might be too far away. It says in the wiki that you have to be 800. Oh, I hope we're not too far away. I wonder if that means how far away we are. She complains about the position of the broom. Yeah, that's. Where does she work? What does she do for work? If I might ask, or if that's too personal, that's no worries. If you don't want to tell me, that's actually fine. Think about that. Would you do her job? Would you do her job? The job that she's doing? And if you say yes, then I'll have an idea. She's got her 14th ceramic cup. Well, I had to pay Romeo's food and sand. Well, she's making you responsible, and those ceramic cups give her some joy in her life. And she's making you responsible for Romeo. She's making you responsible for him. So, and you need to have, so now you know what responsibility feels like. And I think, it's not like you have to buy your own clothes and things like that, do you? Yet? It's not like you're buying your own food all the time, are you? Yet? So those things, no, it's a collection. People collect things. If money was no problem in your family, it would just be her collection. And people can collect stuff. It's okay. She loves the way they look, obviously, ceramic cups, and she likes them. What does she have in her life besides you? What does she have that makes her happy besides the kids? What other pretty things are there? And some people collect all sorts of things. My mother loved cookie jars. And my mother-in-law loves to collect teapots. And she has probably about 12 different teapots. She likes to collect them. So it's just one of those kinds of things. Let me continue for a second. I hope that post isn't saying how far away it is from the. I think if it was too far away, it wouldn't let me set it. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. You don't necessarily like the food that's there. I see. So yes, so this is where we're going to put the outpost. Look, it's going to be right here. And we're using the hill one. Hold on, I'm going to show him. My throat is acting kind of weird this morning. It's very curious. My throat is acting a little strange. And you don't like what's in the pantry right now. It's so interesting. I feel this relationship that we have, you and I have, is most curious because I remember you from a long time ago as well. You won't bother me with such complaints. You're not bothering me. And I mean what I say. You have to take into consideration the job that she's doing. And does she want to do that job? I mean, people have jobs whether they want them or not sometimes, because they need to be able to support, other people or support themselves. And so that's something to keep in mind. Let's show Mr. Villager which outpost we decided to do. So let's switch to the trade post. We're going to do the hills one because we can set it in the ground. And since we're already sort of underground anyway, and here it is, the outpost piece, level 5. And let's turn it and match it up to the way it's going to be in the ground. So see that piece right there? We're going to turn it here. And we're going to put it in the ground right here. So let's come down here. Oh, I just realized something though. Yeah, I definitely have to have it be here like this. So when they go out into the fields, they can get out. And we'll have to look again at some things in regards to that. I just noticed that I was so busy trying to make sure that it fit here. You're hearing Vincentius Primus in the background there. That, I believe it comes right to here, like this, and sits on the ground like this. So see this back part right here is sitting down on this hill section right there, and that's good. We don't have as much to fill in underneath, and we definitely have enough right here. Now, do I want to bring it up? Is that a full block? Is this a full block? Yes, it is. So we do have to bring it to here. So this is a full block, and this is the outpost that we're going to put in. So when we put this in, the builder, this isn't right. Let me see. One of these is the builder. Hold on, I'm going to raise it up. So one of these buildings has the builder in it. And, oh, it's off to the side, but let's look at it. Let's raise it up and show. And so this is where the train is. And on this side is this section, and there's a gate, which we're not going to be able to use because that's going to be underground. So those gates aren't going to be necessary. You're making me think about this. So maybe this is why I didn't put it in yet. Can see those gates there? And where's the builder? There's supposed to be a place for a builder in here. And I wonder if it's where this is. See that part right there where there's nothing? And over here, let me look here. I don't have anything else. And there is included in the outpost. The outpost. Not that. See these things right here that are here? So a builder, farms, and a guard tower. And the builder is this. And there it is. That's an outpost builder. And I don't see where that's supposed to be, but okay. Let's go back to the outpost. See this part right here? Where's that supposed to be? Let's see if I can match up the land. Let's look at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is when they just stick it there. And so let me see for a second. And this is level 1. Oh, good. Level 1 we can kind of see. Ah, there it is. Oh, look where it is. Okay, so now I know where it is. Okay, and these are just guards in these corners right there. So we don't have to worry about them. And over here is the farmer piece at the far end. And then if we bring this down to the level that we want it to be at, which is this level here. I know you do. It takes a while though. It really does. And you know all that information is on the Discord for Minecolonies when you get Discord back. That you can look at all of that. Okay. So this is the level that it's going to be at. And when it first starts, it's going to look like this. And then level 2. And that looks like where the builder is supposed to be right there. On the other side of this is where the builder is supposed to be right here. So let's go back to level 1 and look. And sure enough, there's the builder right there. And so right in this spot right here is going to be where the builder is going to go in. You wonder if you could do some compatibility with trade posts, so you could do builds for them. Or you could. Styles, you'd have to do styles for them. Yeah, but you know that thing, if you do compatibility, then you don't have to do the entire style. You can maybe get the buildings that you want to build to be added to air or to... Could I? I would love to. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I would. How would I get it to you? I would love to do that. Remember when I wanted to pay you for your skins for my mermaid, and we still haven't worked out how that would even happen, much less how I would get you a computer. I could get you a computer the way the mermaid would. I could get you a computer through magic. And Ray would go, uh-huh. Ray is the developer, the lead developer for Minecolonies. Is the Ray that he's talking about, and that's why that's funny. He's asking the lead developer of Minecolonies to give him a computer. Okay, so it's raining. Let's go over to the village. We noticed that the weapons smith, it's for professional purposes. Yes, it would be like you're working for them and they're supplying you with equipment. Like if you were in an office, you would get a computer. You would automatically get a computer. Totally understand. Let's go to sleep. It's raining. Yes, so the weaponsmith must have a family or something. He's not sleeping in the shop. He apparently wants to sleep in a different house, and he is. But he does have a bed in the shop. And so that's where the outpost would be, right here. And the builder is in this spot right here. I apparently am getting sleepy, but I only have 10 minutes left, Mr. Villager. I know. Yes, you can say increases productivity. Exactly. So this is what we're working towards. So what happened what happened after I got the, let's make this go away. What happened after I got the claim? So I made the claim. I have this claim marker. I need to take this claim marker back to the city. So we'll X this. Take the claim marker back to the city. This is really important. Back to the city with the claim marker. And I have to get a diamond coin. And I have to drop the diamond coin and the claim marker into the wishing well in order to actually be able to place the outpost in that location. So also it promotes your professional development. No, that wouldn't be a lie. None of it's a lie, actually. You wanting one to increase productivity, that wouldn't be a lie. You would love to have that. You would get way more work done. It's stunning the amount of stuff you've done not having your own PC. It really is. It really is. Oh, there's Doggus. Doggus is visiting again. Wow, Doggus. Doggus likes this. He apparently likes this town because this is the most we've seen of him in a long time. Yeah. Doggus is skin in the game. That means he's a patron of Minecolonies team on Patreon. And he's actually a player. We've known each other for a long time. And he does coffee in the morning. He's the one you usually hear me talking about when I say House of Doggus is going to stream on Twitch. And there he is in the game. And in Minecolonies perks on Patreon is that you can have your avatar be in the game at a particular level of being a patron, which is pretty cool. All right, so we needed a diamond coin. So remember that whole thing about a diamond coin? So what we found out was that, and then when you're a patron at that level, you can have your avatar appear in every single person who plays Minecolonies in their towns, which is really pretty cool. All right. One of your requirements, yeah, to make you very happy in life. I can imagine that. I absolutely can. It makes me very happy having a computer. So yeah, I completely understand. So the enchanter makes the coins. This is what we found out. And she has recipes, and there's the recipes. And they're already there. I didn't have to teach her this. So she can make prismarine mortar, which we haven't gotten to yet. We're looking at coins. So we need 8 gold coins in order to make a diamond coin. And in order to make gold coins, we need 8 pieces of gold in order to make the gold coins that we need. Wait, nope, I'm wrong. Okay, so we need 8 pieces of gold to make the gold coin. And then we need 8 diamonds to make the diamond coin when we have a gold coin. Don't we have a gold coin? So in the inventory, she doesn't have anything anymore. Hold on. She has two of these. So now she can use one of these, and I don't know why she's not doing that, to make the diamond.
I feel so down lately.
It doesn't say that she can't. Around 8,000 the distance? Yeah, I think so. You would prefer your PC rather than an official home? I don't blame you. I don't. With the PC, you can get your own home. You might explain that to them. So yeah. And let's look here. And besides, you wanna design your home anyway, because you're looking at maybe being an architect, right? So you would need a PC for that as well. So yeah. Okay, so I'm not quite sure why she hasn't made the other coin yet. Why she hasn't made the diamond coin. I requested one. Unless she's made it and it's sitting in the post box, because we put in a post box. How much is a machine costing today in dollars? Vincentius? Mr. Villager is asking how much a machine costs today in dollars, in US dollars. And he's a perfect candidate for the new machine, the new Apple, at its price point.
The Neo isn't good for Minecraft. Can't have enough memory.
Which one? No. The regular computer, not the Neo.
The Mini?
Hmm?
The Mini?
Yeah, isn't the Mini like 600 or something?
It's 600, 800 with...
It's $800 with enough memory for you because you're doing art.
And you can probably...
And because you're a student,
yes, that's like a...
you can probably get a deep discount from Apple
Yeah, that's probably
for
20%.
your computer. How much?
It's either a 10 or a 20% discount.
It's like a 20% discount and when you get an Apple machine. And the Apple, what did you call it?
It's
The Mac Mini. The Mac Mini would actually be a decent price at $800. So yeah. You wouldn't outgrow that machine right away. And so you would, it would help you with your college, and it would help you with all of that, because you're going to need one for college anyway. You're going to need a computer for college if you're going to be an architect. You definitely need one. Let's look and see what what time of day is it? Is the sun setting? That's the sun setting right there. So we'll go back. Yeah. Yeah. Now there are less expensive machines. Are there, Vincentius? Or are there any more? I think they're all at the same price point now with Apple's machine coming down to that price. Isn't that true?
You can probably get less expensive.
So Mr. Villager is saying in Brazilian money it would be $2,500. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think you can get a reliable, less expensive gaming machine.
And
That's the problem. You can get less expensive.
Vincentius is saying you can get less expensive machines, but you can't get a reliable, less expensive machine for gaming. And the type of art that you're doing, that's going to be a real investment. That's going to be one of those kinds of investments where, with your parents, where you're going to have to talk about the fact that you need it for college, you need it for the type of work that you want to do, you know, that you actually need a decent computer for that. And so when you have a parent who is working from afternoon to midnight, and coming home and being very angry, being very yelling and screaming and having a short temper, it's probably what that's about. Trying to get things for you and for the rest of your family that you need in order to have a good life. And so, yeah, that's one of those kinds of things that it's really hard when somebody's yelling at you to understand that it's not, to take into consideration where it's coming from. It really is difficult to do that, especially at the time that you are on the planet, for the length of time you've been on the planet. So, but yeah, it is something to keep in mind and to be focused on. And yeah, definitely it would be something for you to have, and it would be a really cool thing. So Vincentius Primus and I will keep that in mind for you, that we would like to for you to be able to have that. And how that's going to happen, we don't know yet, but it will happen in a way. When it does happen, you'll know that it was us, that we did it for you. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. Because it might be through your parents, or it might be through some other amazing thing. So we'll see. Maybe as a part of your college that you'll be able to go in to the college and use theirs. Because you could say, although Ray didn't do that, Ray had his own machine when he was in college and studying. And he was using his work because he was studying AI. So he was using his work in Minecolonies as a part of his college, as a part of what he was doing in college. And I think Matlam is also doing that. Matlam is Miksasen Matlam, who did the other style. I believe that Matlam is studying some sort of engineering or architecture. And so that's one of the reasons why Cliff Style and Underwater Base are of the detail that they are, because they were studying that. So you think it would be if assisted like this specifically in the 17th of March, which, by the way, is when the Tropical Skin Pack is to be launched. 17th of March next year, because it's April. So you're talking about a year from now? Hold on. I'm waiting for him to answer. And then that's going to be the last thing we're going to do today. because it is already 3 full hours. And let's see if I have a lamp. I do in my hand. And so, yeah. Next year in 27, March of 27. Okay. Let's have that as a goal. I like the idea of having that as a goal. What do you mean, what? You mean that it's time to go? It sure is. Look what time it is. I've been on for 3 hours and 6 minutes. I have. This is Monday morning. I know, you came in late. You came in later. I know. You could go back and watch the beginning. When I get done, you can go back and watch the beginning of it. I know, Mr. Villager, I'm sorry. And that was good. Oh, no worries. I know you have things to do. No worries at all. Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. If you have a Twitch account, Doggus is going to start streaming, although I haven't gotten a notification. There it is. He started 2 minutes ago, House of Doggus, and you can go to his and watch. And we're listening to Drone Hands music. Drone Hands is also on Twitch, but he's on YouTube too. And Drone Hands has some really fun art on his YouTube channel. And so you can go there, Drone Hands, and the links are in the down there. So you can look in the about and you'll see the links for those. And I will tell Vincentius, Mr. Villager is saying something to you in chat. And so yeah, we that's whose music you're listening to. And speaking of Vincentius right now, we're actually going to listen to his music. And let me come here. I'm going to put this down so that I can see my board over here. And there we go. And here we are. And here we go. So we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus's music. Thank you for being here. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.